Welcome everyone to this momentous occasion as we swear in Mountain View's 11th Police Chief, Chris Hsiung. I am your City Manager, Kimbra McCarthy. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we are making accommodations for public health reasons, holding this virtual ceremony. This event is being recorded and will be shared online. I will now ask Mayor Margaret Abe-Koga to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Mayor?
Good afternoon. Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
One of the most critical appointments that I make as city manager is that of the police chief. And I can tell you that appointing Chris Hsiung as police chief has been one of the easiest decisions that I have made this year, which, as we all know, has been a very challenging year like no other. I am pleased to say that we already had the best law enforcement professional for the chief position within the ranks of the Mountain View Police Department, especially during this critically important time in history. Chris has deep connections to the Mountain View community and has over 30 years of law enforcement experience. He has an incredible track record of policing leadership and a national reputation for demonstrating how police can effectively communicate and improve transparency with the communities they serve during the best of times and the not so great times. Chris also has a collaborative style and ability to forge strong relationships that will reinforce the city's and the police department's commitment to the philosophy of community-based policing and the important race and equity work currently underway. I am also very appreciative of how Chris stepped up when I asked him to in March of 2020 to expertly lead the city's cross-departmental crisis communications team to keep the community informed during the initial months of the COVID-19 pandemic. This is just one example of how Chris goes above and beyond to support our community and lead by example. When I talked to police department staff about appointing a new chief and what they thought about Chris, I heard consistent feedback from every single person. They said Chris had an innate ability to connect with people, that he is collaborative and intentional. He is a highly respected policing leader, both regionally and nationally, that he has high ethical standards, is accountable, he sets a good tone for the team. He is supportive, creative, and forward-thinking. These are the leadership characteristics of your next police chief. And I look forward to seeing how Chris will enable our police department to grow and succeed in the years to come as new opportunities and challenges present themselves. I have no doubt that Chris will continue to bring our community together as police chief this year in 2021 and beyond. Congratulations, Chris, on your appointment as police chief. I will now turn things back over to the mayor.
It is my great pleasure and honor as one of my last ceremonial acts as mayor this year to be able to participate in this swearing-in ceremony for our newest police chief, Chris Hsiung. On behalf of the City Council, I would like to offer my sincerest and heartfelt congratulations to Chris and his family who are all here today. It's great to see you all. Mountain View is very fortunate to have Chris Hsiung as our new police chief, as he has shown time and again his dedication to serving the Mountain View community. Chris is very passionate about the Mountain View Police Department and its role as a progressive law enforcement organization. He has come up through the ranks over his 25 years of service to MVPD, having held a variety of investigative, tactical, and leadership roles. He's actually served in every division in the police department, and this experience will serve him well as our city's 11th police chief. Outside of MVPD, Chris also serves in several leadership positions on multiple boards, including as president of the Government Social Media Leadership Council, committee member on the International Association of Chiefs of Police Professional Standards, Ethics, and Image Committee, and as board member on the Global Advisory Council for the Crisis Ready Institute, exemplifying his excellence in his profession. Chris has grown our police department's social media presence and is internationally recognized as a digital media influencer, conference speaker, and innovator on the topic of community engagement for government, crisis communications, and digital strategy. On a more personal note, although Chris graduated from my rival high school, he went to Hillsdale High School and I went to Aragon and San Mateo, I have not held that against him, and it's been a true pleasure in getting to know Chris, his wife Yvonne, and his 4 children over the last 15 years. I've been very impressed by his genuine care for the community and dedication to policing. He is passionate for helping government and community to connect and engage with each other. Coupled with his staunch advocacy for transparency, Chris took it upon himself to directly reach out and dialogue with numerous community individuals and groups around the issues of race and equity and what policing in America should look like when the nation grappled with the deaths of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and others last summer. His personal service as a board member of the Peninsula Conflict Resolution Center and 2 terms as a commissioner on the City of San Mateo's Community Relations Commission attests to his genuine commitment to building relationships and strengthening the partnership with the community in the future of policing. As a fellow Asian Pacific American working to ensure fair representation of our diverse community at all levels of government, it is a great source of pride to me to have Chris as Mountain View's first Asian Pacific American police chief, and I believe the first Chinese American police chief in Santa Clara County. He is fluent in conversational Mandarin Chinese, which has been invaluable in MVPD's outreach efforts to our multilingual community. I know Chris will provide outstanding leadership to MVPD and within the greater community, and he is really the perfect person to have at the helm of MVPD. Now, Chris, would you please join me for the oath of office? If you could please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, please state your name.
I, Christopher Hsiung,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties
that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties
upon which I am about to enter
upon which I am about to enter
as Police Chief for the City of Mountain View.
as Police Chief for the City of Mountain View.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I would now like to ask Yvonne, Chris's wife, to come up to pin the badge.
I'd now like to ask Police Chief Hsiung to make some remarks.
Honorable Mayor, Vice Mayor, Council members, City Manager McCarthy, and virtual distinguished guests, thank you for being here today. I'm humbled by this opportunity, and it's a position which I do not take lightly. It's an honor to lead this department of incredible public servants, men and women who day in and day out serve the people in Mountain View with honor and integrity. Before I go any further, I'd like to acknowledge the pivotal leaders that have come before me that helped make Mountain View PD such a special place. Chief Scott Vermeer and Chief Max Pozell, who long ago understood the importance of fostering an adaptive and progressive department. To the many leaders and mentors along the way, like retired Sergeant Mike Alexander, who helped define my leadership compass and show me true north. Thank you. I realize I come to this position at a pivotal point in the history of law enforcement. Crucial conversations around race, equity, and inclusion can no longer and should no longer be ignored. Communities across the country are asking themselves and their law enforcement agencies, how do we change the course of the future for the better? Now is not the time for idle chatter. The future of policing in any community is now. What that looks like when it's done well and what can be improved will vary. No one size fits all. But I am proud to be a leader of an agency that prides itself on the progressive policing that believes that its core mission is excellence at every opportunity. We are here to serve you, our residents. We are here to protect you, to answer your call when you need help, to be there on good days and bad ones. And that is what it means to be a department that believes wholeheartedly in community policing. The community is who we are here for. The safety and well-being of our community is our highest priority. And to ensure that is taken care of, we must excel in as many touch points as possible to be what you ask of us, the truest representation of you. We are built upon the bedrock of community first, that we are better together. That belief has carried us through the toughest year of our lives with the battle against COVID-19, and it has been what defines us and sets us apart as a community in its truest form, being there for one another. We cannot shape the future alone. We must do it together. We've begun those strides already with community-focused programs like MVPDX, where meaningful conversations with a diverse group of residents has led to not just learning moments, but meaningful strides in how we begin to approach the process of becoming a beacon for the law enforcement industry in the 21st century. True to the spirit of innovation that we know here in Mountain View, the police department has embarked on a partnership with Stanford University and embedded a research fellow here inside the police department to help us and the public understand our data and steps that we can take to improve upon that. I believe together we can and will be the community that others will look to for best practices when it comes to how we police, even more so, how we practice equity, equality, and justice for all. I'm proud to say that in just a few weeks, MVPDX will continue its next cohort, and it will continue to grow and evolve as the needs of our community do as well. I'm also proud to know that we as a department believe in ensuring that all members of our community have the right access and care for whatever their needs may be it mental health, food, shelter, or other care. We will continue our partnership that is truly built out to encompass all aspects of our community, and it is one that we as a police department will be proud to be a part of in whatever role we can take that best serve our community. Our goal always is to be able to approach any situation with the utmost care and consideration for an individual, and to ensure the safety and well-being of those around them are also addressed. While we are at the precipice of so much positive change for the future, when I look back here on my 25 years here in Mountain View, I can say definitively, there is no better place to serve. There is no better place to call home. I've watched this department adapt, adjust, and evolve at a rate that is phenomenal. To know that the women and men of this department can pivot and have such servants' hearts, that they see you, they hear you, and they believe in you, is something for which I am not only grateful, but I know that I am blessed to see every day. To the women and men of Mountain View PD, thank you for your servants' hearts. Thank you for how you protect. And thank you for the value that you add to our department and the value that you add to our community. I'm proud and deeply humbled to be your leader. To my family, Yvonne, Rachel, Nathan, Daniel, and Joel, my parents and in-laws, and to all of those who have supported me throughout my career, I cannot thank you enough. Thank you for your unwavering support during all of those late night call-outs, disappearing from family functions, and the grace and patience when I seemed a bit preoccupied and hyper-focused on something else. Thank you for sharing me with the Mountain View Police Department family and with this community. To our council and community, I look forward to our future together. I look forward to being your police chief, and I look forward to bringing Mountain View ever forward with you.